Hey everyone, this is Video Game Fan 1999 here, and it is now time for me to do another special here on my channel. And this time, it is going to be a 14,000 video special for Mark Liotta. So yeah, Mark has recently hit 14,000 videos on his channel the other day, so we're going to honor that by doing this special for him. And we're going to be doing a total of 9 segments for the special. So for our first segment, we're going to start things off with an all-time classic game that you guys all know and love. And that game is going to be Super Mario Brothers for the NES. So let's see how we do. And since I'm going to be playing this game for the first segment here of this special, this game is actually celebrating its 40th anniversary pretty soon, which is pretty exciting. This game has really come a long way ever since it first came out, especially since it's what saved the video game industry in the first place, which was definitely very, very nice. Without, we definitely wouldn't have a whole lot of great games that we have come to know and love. But anyways, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the game and see what happens. We'll do a one-player game, of course, and let's start off with World 1-1. Alright, let's get that mushroom right there. Alright, there's one up. And we now have a fire flower. Alright, let's go ahead and get some coins from this block. And we got a star! Alright, we beat the first level as we got 5,000 points. Alright, we are off to a very good start. And we're also going to get 6 fireworks right there. That is very impressive. Alright, on to World 1-2. There's also something that I do want to bring up to you guys very quickly right here. You might have actually noticed right here, I made a little bit of a change on my Wii menu right here in the system memory. That is basically because I actually recently discovered the other day that my system memory was actually low on space, and the other day I was actually planning to play something from my SD card right here, and the moment when I was going to launch it, it actually didn't have enough space for me to play right here, so I basically actually moved one of my games from my system memory over to my SD card menu, so that way I could have some more available space on my system memory to launch some of the games that I do have from my SD card menu. And basically the game that I moved recently over to my SD card menu, if you guys haven't noticed, is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. From what I have seen right here, that does have a lot of space right here on the game file right here for the virtual console right here. And the point of why I previously had it on my system memory in the first place was it was actually mainly for my little brother right here. And if you guys don't know, my little brother's name is Alex. And back in the day when I first had the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time downloaded on my Wii Virtual Console, he asked me to get it for him, and back then when we actually first had that game, Alex was actually really into that right here, and he did manage to complete it that one time, and he was doing a second playthrough of it a little after we first got the Wii U, but Unfortunately, he just stopped playing it around the time when he got up to the water temple in that game. And speaking of that, I have heard that the water temple in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is extremely annoying for a lot of people out there. I can't blame everyone for not liking the water temple right here from what I have heard of it, because that has a lot of exploration involved right here, especially with the fact right here that you gotta basically race the water up and down right here. And another annoying thing that the water temple has right here that I cannot stand right here on that game, or from what I've gotten to know of it over the years, was that basically there are many points where you have to constantly pause the game to take the iron boots on and off right here. It may get pretty tiring to some people out there. For me, I don't really mind it, but it still comes to show how annoying the water temple can be for a lot of people out there in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time right here. And while that kind of game was mainly on my system memory in the first place, for my little brother Alex right here, him and I don't really hang as much together these days right now, all because he's actually in college right here. So I figured The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time out there was the best game to move over to my SD card menu back when I did that right here pretty recently. All because of the fact from what I was saying that it has a whole lot of space in the file for the virtual console, and that basically, while it was mainly for my little brother Alex in the first place right here, I don't really think it's worth it to have it on my system memory anymore right here, especially since he basically stopped playing it right here on a second playthrough for what he was doing when he got up to the water temple. But yeah, I still have The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time on my Wii Virtual Console, but like I was saying, it's just now basically moved over to my SD card menu. But everything else right here that is on my system memory is still the same right here. It's just that one change that I had to make due to the file size right here for how big Ocarina of Time was right here. Like I was saying, I only had to move it over to my SD card just to make more space on my system memory. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's actually go ahead and get back into the game right here. So basically, earlier, in World 2-1, I ended up losing my Fire Flower by mistake right at the moment when my Star Power ran out. I was just not paying careful attention to that, but nonetheless, though, we are still doing pretty good out there so far, and we did manage to get 6 fireworks at the end of that level. So now we are on World 2-3. Let's try to be careful out here with these flying Cheeps. Just got a 1-up right there for collecting 100 coins, and there's another mushroom. Uh-oh, God, that hurt. Alright, 2,000 points at the end of that level. That's not too bad. But we are going to get 6 fireworks right there, so I'll gladly take it. Alright, now on to World 2-4. Alright, let's get another mushroom once again. Oh god, that was close. I literally almost touched Bowser's fire there. Alright. Oh shoot! Dang it, that time that got me. But we're still gonna beat Bowser just fine right there. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, now it's time to go to World 3-1. Another mushroom. Oh, come on! How that just even touch me right there? That was ridiculous. I want to see if I can still get that star right here. Okay, yes I can. That will definitely help in me getting past those hammer bros much easier. Alright, there's our mushroom. Alright, 5,000 points right there at the end of that level. Alright, we're only going to get one firework this time, but at least it's better than nothing. Alright, now on to World 3-2. Alright, there's a fire flower. And we got another star over here that we can get. Oh no! Darn it, there goes my fire flower again. Alright, we're gonna get 2,000 points right there at the end of this level. Alright, heading to World 3-3. Alright, let's get that mushroom over there. Alright, that's another level completed, as we got 5,000 points on that one. Alright, time for World 3-4. Alright, there's a fire flower. I'll gladly take that. Alright, time to fight against Bowser again. Take that, sucker! Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, let's move on to World 4-1. Okay, I clearly hit one of those question blocks right there, but it didn't let me fully hit it. What was up with that? Alright, let's very quickly get some coins right there from this block. Alright, 2,000 points right there on the flagpole at the end of this level. That's pretty good. Alright, now let's move on to World 4-2. There should be a coin block around here somewhere. Let me look for it. There it is. And that'll make me get another 100 coins for 1 up. And let's get some more coins from these hidden blocks. Let's get all these coins right here. Alright, we successfully made it through that level. And we got ourselves 5,000 points! Nicely done. Alright, moving on to World 4-3. I don't think so. Alright, well, we're going to get 2,000 points on the flagpole this time. Couldn't quite make it to the top right there, but that's alright. Alright, now let's go to World 4-4. Alright, let's go fight Bowser once again. Ah, darn it. I unfortunately lost my Fire Flower right there. But thankfully, we're still going to beat Bowser just fine. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, now it's time for World 5-1. Alright, we're at the halfway point in the game, and we haven't lost any of our lives yet, which is very good. Let's see if we can keep that up. Alright, there's a star. Alright, we got through that level very well as we got ourselves 5,000 points. Alright, let's see what happens now in World 5-2. Oh, darn it! That bullet bill already tricked me right there, right at the start of this level. So, there goes one of my lives. Alright, now let's go on and get this mushroom right here, so that way we can help ourselves out against this hammer bro. It is a good thing that that's there, because otherwise if it wasn't, it would be much more tougher to get past the hammer bro. Oh, nice try, suckers! Alright, now let's get some coins right over here from this block. And then we'll go ahead and grab this mushroom here. 5,000 points right there at the end of that level. Alright, let's go to World 5-3 now. Oh boy, that was close. It was a good thing I barely ducked under that bullet bill right on time there. Alright, so there's a fire flower. Oh, darn it. I jumped a little bit too high right there. That's what caused me to get hit by that bullet bill. But thankfully, we're still going to make it through this level, as we're going to get 2,000 points this time on the flagpole. Alright, so it's time for World 5-4 now. Oh, crap! I just died to the fireball while trying to grab the mushroom. That was embarrassing. Alright, let's try again. There we go. That's more like it. But I just already lose that mushroom right there. All because of the fire bar touching me right there again. That's not good. Let's just try to get through this as small Mario if we can. Alright, it's time to take on Bowser once again. Got him! That's how you do it. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, heading to World 6-1. Alright, and our mushroom. Alright! I made it through that level like a professional. Alright, so we're going to get 5,000 points right there. Now on to World 6-2. Ah, crap. I did not mean to do that at all right there. But thankfully there's another mushroom right there that we can get. And let's go and grab that star right there. Got it! So there's another 5,000 points at the end of that level. Alright, let's move on to World 6-3. Alright, Fire Flower. We're close to collecting another 100 coins for a 1-up. There we go. Alright, let's try to be careful with our jumps here. Alright, we're good. And we got another 5,000 points at the end of that level. How about that? Alright, now on to World 6-4. I'm just gonna screw the item box right there since I already have a fire flower with me. Well, I unfortunately lose my fire flower right there, but there's just nothing much I can do against those fire bars. Ah, darn it. Now I'm gonna die to the fireball. That's not good. Alright, let's try again as we got 5 lives left. Alright, we are gonna get that mushroom just fine there. Oh, are you kidding me? How did I already lose my mushroom this fast? That can't be good at all. And I had a feeling I was gonna die again. Oh well. I have 4 lives left right now. I got the mushroom there again. Oh no, not again. Alright, let's see if we can actually take down Bowser here this time. Yes, we can! That's much better. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, let's go into World 7-1. Gotta do our best here to be careful with all these bullet bills. Oh no, we got these annoying hammer bros again. Alright, we're still fine. Oh man! There was nothing much I could do with that hammer bro down there. Now we're down to 3 more lives. God, I don't know about this. Alright, there we go. Now let's see if we can get that mushroom up there. Okay, we're good. Alright, we got 5,000 points at the end of that level. Alright, let's head to World 7-2 now. I'm getting kind of nervous right now of all these enemies, but we'll do our best to stay focused. I go! Ah, darn it. There was nothing much I could do over on that section right there with all those sheeps in my way. But thankfully, we're still gonna make it to the end of the level. Alright, got ourselves 5,000 points right there. Alright, on to World 7-3. Now we're back to these flying cheeps here. Alright, let's grab that mushroom right over there. Oh no! We already lost it right there, son of a biscuit. And I just just fell down right there. I was trying to land on one of those platforms right there, but I just failed miserably right there. Alright, 2 lives left here. We gotta be careful. Alright, there we go. That's more like it. Alright, we're gonna make it through that level as we got ourselves 5,000 points. Alright, let's see what happens in World 7-4. No, that was not right. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's keep it going. Alright, it's time to face against Bowser once again. He just barely got me. Gosh dang it. Oh boy, now we have 1 life left here. I don't know about this. Oh no! Crap! I was trying to slow down right here, but I unfortunately went past that platform that I landed on, and now it's game over. Oh well. It was still not too bad of a performance right there for how that went. We managed to get up to World 7-4, which is pretty nice, and we ended up with a total of 508,950 points right there. But we could have done a little bit better if it wasn't for some of those mistakes that I made right here. Either way, we can't complain too much about that performance right there for how that went. Either way, though, that was still a pretty nice way to start off the special right here, if I do say so myself. So anyways, that is going to do it for Super Mario Brothers for the NES as part of my 14,000 video special for Mark Liotta. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.